Good morning. I'm back to my normal level of busyness this week. And the sun's out as well for a change. It's a normal homeschooling week for us this week. Izzy's actually had her meds and not been sick or had any side effects other than a bit of tiredness this week, which is amazing. So she actually managed to do a little bit of maths yesterday, which was Sunday, and today she's just cracking straight on with it, which is brilliant. My house is a disaster zone as usual, but I also need to nip out and get something before this sun goes away because of course rain is forecast later just when we need to go out. One of Izzy's local friends is turning 15, so she's having a little party later. I need to go out and buy her a present actually because we were too busy to manage it last week. I'll go and see if Izzy has any suggestions. So I know my kitchen is a mess and I don't really like to just go out and abandon it. However, this sun is not going to stay out for long. So if I'm going to go to the shops, I'm going to go now. I got some washi tape for her art. She's very arty. She's like Izzy. Sits and draws for hours on end. I'm wondering about random art and craft stuff. What's that? Sticker gems? Maybe. Okay, that's different. Let's get her that. I lost our umbrellas this weekend and we don't have any, so 2 more umbrellas need to be purchased. I've decided on these 2, which are £5 each. Hopefully they don't get destroyed by the wind really quickly. I'm back home. I take it back about both those brollies being a £5. One of them was £8. So I swapped them for the ones that were both £5. So next time it's raining cats and dogs, we'll be okay. I think I'll have this one. Let's see what Izzy thinks of the new umbrella. It's got sausage dogs on it. I've come around to a lighter angle for a reaction which is now not spontaneous. What do you think?
It's nice. I'm just worried it's not going to be very good quality.
Yeah, it was a £5, so I have bought cheaper in the past.
Yeah, but it might go inside out, like, easily.
Yeah, but at least it fits in your bag. Well, she didn't look that excited, but I prefer the cat one, so I can't say I blame her. I'm going to make some coffee now. Do you know, I haven't even done the timetable for this week yet. I'm astonished that she's well today. So last week she didn't have her injection because she had such a busy week and commitments all throughout the week involving other people, so there was just no way we could risk her having 2 to 3 days of nausea, so we just skipped the meds. But she's taken it over the weekend now, so she's all askew with it. We're going to have to change our once a week meds day now. While I was out, I happened to notice that all the shelves in all the shops that I went to that had once contained alcohol-based hand sanitizer were empty. And I also noticed that a lot of the antibacterial washes were as well. I think people might be getting confused between a virus and a bacteria because obviously they are different. So antibacterial presumably is not going to protect you from a virus, but it might give you that false sense of security and give you more confidence to go around touching things, thinking that you're clean and virus-free. Do you ever get those days when you just look around and think about your life and think, I've just got so much to do, I can't possibly conceive in my mind when I'm going to get it all done? I'm a bit like that today, but I'm feeling strangely alright about it for some reason. I don't know why, it's not like me, but I'm not getting stressed about it. I thought, right, well, I'll just start doing things one by one and then see where we're at. And quite often I find a good place to start is the housework, because when the house is a mess, so is my brain. Oh, total aside, totally unrelated, but you know I had that bulb go? That one, look, I've replaced it with a dimmer from IKEA, but they didn't have bayonet ones, but they do have converters. So you put your screw bulb in there and it converts to a bayonet fitting. And you get 2 in a packet and that's £1. So I've got a spare now. That can't stay there. Look, I'm cluttering my shelf up with that. I need to think of a home for it. I haven't got a designated space for bulb converters yet. I haven't got a designated space in this house for bulbs yet because those are the first bulbs to go since moving in. I filled my sink. In other news, I know it's all thrills and spills here today, isn't it? My washing up just got interrupted by me impulsively checking my email, and I got an exciting one. So, you know, Isabel went to that college for a meeting. Well, she's been given a taster day date, because what they do with the pre-16s is instead of having a formal interview, they give them a taster day instead. So they bring them in with the existing class of this year for this particular course that they want to do, and they buddy them up with a student of their choosing for the day, and then they sort of observe them to see how they get on. So that's coming up during the next few weeks. Very exciting. Oh, hello. I'm talking to the camera, look, it's there.
I know.
How do you get on with your sequences?
Okay, I think.
Look at my lovely clean kitchen. Isn't that better? I still haven't done our timetable for today, but you know we follow this same pattern every week. She's done a couple of hours of maths. She's having a little break now. She's wrapping up her friend's presents that I bought earlier. She's making her a card, and to be very time efficient, I'm going to make lunch, which is going to be toasties and some sort of vegetable component. And we're actually going to watch our science video lesson whilst eating it. I know, cracking the whip today, but it will save us half an hour, so we're going to double up with that. And I don't know what the topic is yet. Let's go and have a look. There we are, ventilation, breathing. Well, I know this is a bit off the wall, but I think I might actually do fruit salad as the veg component, because I've got a lot of fruit and it's kind of aging a bit, especially those bananas. Oh, the only way I'm going to get those into Isabel is surreptitiously, like peeling it, cutting it up and putting it in something else, otherwise she's going to see the brown bits and protest. Here we are, the fruit salad's made. Look, you can peep through the peephole. Ta-da! There. My fancy IKEA melamine mixing bowl with a lid and a peephole. Very good. I love IKEA. And over here, the toasties are toasting. Oh, they look like they're nearly done. Cheese for me and ham for her.
The vast majority of those have shown slight symptoms.
We did biology. I'm just having a little sneaky look at what's going on with the coronavirus before going out. Suppose we're all in the same boat at the moment, are we? Nobody quite knows how seriously to take it. Problem with us is we're on public transport all the time. The only way to do less public transport is to do less stuff. But, I mean, yeah, okay, we can drop the social stuff that's not necessary. Or for the more local things, we can just walk a few miles, which is fine. I'm quite happy to walk anything up to about 3.5 miles each way. That doesn't bother me. But for work, I need it for work, so I'd be letting people down if I didn't do it. And, you know, we have commitments and stuff, so... Like, and tomorrow he's got a hospital appointment, and that's going to be 2 buses each way. We can just have to go on the bus. Can't not. And obviously, my living is mostly playing for Kaylee's. Kaylee's is a lot of, you know... I don't want to do myself out of business here, but, you know, Kaylee's involve a lot of physical contact with a lot of different people. Within, like, a 10-minute dance, you can have made physical contact with 50% of the room, because you change partner every time. You just go round and round. You're doing a grand chain. You're literally doing this, grabbing one person's hand, another person's hand, another person's hand, another person's hand, another person's hand. And you do that right round the circle. Like, I think they're going to have to ban the grand chain. Let's see what happens anyway. But we're going out shortly. In fact, we're being collected because the lady who's throwing the party is going shopping quite locally to us, and she said it's easy enough for her to swing by and pick us up. Otherwise, we were going to walk. But it's only half an hour walk anyway, so we were fine with that. And it's actually not raining at the moment. I'm also wondering, if the government does take the action of shutting schools down, will a lot of people be like temporarily, actively home educating their kids? That could be an interesting development. I wonder how things will change after it all dies down. If there'll be like a new culture of doing conference calls rather than travelling around the world for meetings, and whether more people might get a taste for home ed. A lot of people do come to home ed out of crisis, but they end up absolutely loving it and swearing they would never send any of their children to school again now they've got so into home ed. So you never know, you might find that there's a increase in it if the schools do get closed for a while. Who knows? It is now many, many hours later in the evening and we are back. The girls have had a pretty nice time, as have the mums, but it's back to work for me and Izzy now. I'm going to go through her history with her and then she's going to go off and do her assignments independently, and I am heading down to Flute Cave to do some work on my flute. But thank you so much for watching and I'm going to see you in the next one. Goodbye!